Hello everyone, I am Levent Tökün from Turkey and recently completed my MA degree in World Heritage Studies at the Brandenburg University of Technology, Cottbus-Senftenberg. In this presentation, I would like to present to you a research titled New Approaches, New Publics at Hyperconnected Museums, Australian Museum Example. In the research, I selected the Australian Museum in Sydney, Australia, to personally observe the visitor engagement and display techniques at the specific exhibition that I will elaborate on later based on the idea of hyperconnectivity. After the observation, an extensive literature review was also helpful to construct the argument. From the very first museum collection, be it some 2,500 years ago when a Babylonian prince formed a collection, or 337 years ago when the Ashmolean Museum opened in the UK, until this very day, museums have always been places for preserving and transmitting a group of cultural and or natural heritage that is significant to their respective community. In the relatively long history of museums, how museums are organized, designed, and aimed for have been also adjusted several times according to the needs and demands of the audience, as well as the decision makers who have the control over the public narration of heritage. Consequently, we still have museums in the 21st century contemporary life as irreplaceable social places. However, since today's world is changing faster than ever before, these public institutions, museums, should discover and implement new approaches of reaching the public as the International Council of Museums, ICOM, also underlining the challenge by choosing the theme of hyper-connected museums, new approaches, new publics for the International Museum Day 2018. Thus, the present article endeavors to critique the idea and application of hyperconnectivity at museums by looking closely at an exhibition titled Mammoth, Giant of the Ice Age, displayed at the Australian Museum in Sydney from November 2017 to May 2018. With the help of the case study, the article aims to narrate present-day challenges that today's museums face in terms of display and audience expectations, along with the technical developments. In the article, first the concept of hyperconnectivity is described together with the evolution of the idea and role of the museums throughout history. Secondly, since there are various explanations of the term hyperconnectivity, the selected case study is examined by looking at the ways of visitor engagement to understand the actual meaning of hyperconnectivity through a concrete example. On one hand, ICOM describes hyperconnectivity as engaging with the different public than the already existing core group, digitalization of the collections using multimedia elements, and effective use of social media. Furthermore, Patrick Greene, the CEO of Museums Victoria, acknowledges hyperconnectivity is a way to enhancing access and maximizing the museum experience. Additionally, English Oxford Living Dictionaries defines it as characterized by the widespread or habitual use of devices that have internet connectivity. In the exhibition, visitors are provided with a concise scientific and historical explanation about each artifact, as well as methods and approaches to discover more online and offline information. Visitors are also encouraged to touch, experience, and learn about the Ice Age and its faunal, floral lives with the help of science and technology available on display. A series of fossils, tactile copies, and two hands-on machines, together with catchy labels, provide a great preliminary experience to the visitors. The highlight of the exhibition, Luyaba, the baby mammoth fossil, is displayed and surrounded with short videos, descriptive panels, as well as some interactive tools for visitors to touch and feel the texture of the findings, such as the mammoth fur integrated on the wallpaper and some facsimile bones. These are not only the things on display, but also highly encouraged to be engaged through science and accessible design. For example, there is also a station where visitors are invited to try to lift a hay bale to estimate the actual weight of just a daily portion of a mammoth food. In the end, the result is clear that Mahmud's Giants of the Ice Age exhibition plays its educative and entertaining roles successfully thanks to the balanced representation of both the objects and various mediums that provide hyperconnectivity at the exhibition. Therefore, I believe that the Australian Museum already examined temporary exhibition is a genuine demonstration of how a contemporaneous museum should be responding to the present needs and expectations of visitors by utilizing new media and mediums. Thank you for listening.